Welcome to class of chemistry. In previous lecture, we completed nucleophilic substitution reactions. Today, we will start next chemical property, that is elimination reaction. In that, we will study dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides. So let's start. To study this reaction, we should go through some important points first. Look at the alkyl halide. X means halogen atom. These two bonds may be attached with any alkyl group or hydrogen atoms. These two bonds may be attached with any alkyl group or hydrogen atoms. So, we require one hydrogen atom, at least one hydrogen atom and a halogen atom in this alkyl halide. So, I am taking both this. One hydrogen adjacent to the carbon atom which is attached with the halogen. And now, what is the important point? The carbon atom bearing halogen atom, that is the carbon atom which is attached to the halogen atom, is called as alpha carbon atom. Is called as alpha carbon atom. The carbon atom which is attached with the halogen atom is known as alpha carbon atom, and the carbon atom which is attached to the carbon atom having halogen atom, or the carbon atom attached to the alpha carbon atom, is known as beta carbon atom. Is known as beta carbon atom. And the hydrogens which are attached to the beta carbon atom are called as beta hydrogens. Understood? So, the carbon atom bearing halogen atom is known as alpha carbon atom. The carbon atom which is attached to the alpha carbon atom is known as beta carbon atom, and the hydrogens which are attached to the beta carbon atom are known as beta hydrogen atoms. If there are two beta carbon atoms, they can be labeled as beta 1 and beta 2 carbon atoms. Now let's see the general reaction of dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides. In this base plus alkyl halide having at least one beta hydrogen atom, alkyl halide having at least one beta hydrogen atom, when boiled with alcoholic potassium hydroxide, it gives alkene plus B plus H plus X minus. So this is the general reaction of dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides. In this, when alkyl halide having at least one beta hydrogen atom is boiled with alcoholic KOH, that is alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide, it undergoes elimination of beta hydrogen atom and halogen atom from alpha carbon atom, resulting in the formation of an alkene. In this reaction, hydrogen and halogen are eliminated from the alkyl halide on reacting with the base. So this is called as dehydrohalogenation reaction. So it is called as dehydrohalogenation reaction, as the hydrogen atom and halogen atom are eliminated from the alkyl halide on reacting with alcoholic KOH. It is called as dehydrohalogenation reaction. Let's see the examples of dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides. First example, when isopropyl bromide is boiled with alcoholic KOH. it will give the product as 1 propene plus KBr plus H2O. So in this reaction, halogen atom from the alpha carbon and hydrogen atom from any one of the beta carbon atom, either from this carbon atom or from this carbon atom, is eliminated to give the product 1 propene. If the hydrogen atom from this carbon atom is eliminated, then also the product is 1 propene. If the hydrogen atom from this carbon atom is eliminated, then also the product is 1 propene. So this is the only one product in this reaction. Let's see the next reaction. N-butyl bromide, when boiled with alcoholic KOH, it will yield the product 1-butene plus KBr plus H2O as the byproduct. So we can write this N-butyl bromide as I will erase the name here, Br, and these two hydrogen atoms as like this also, or so one of the hydrogen atom from beta carbon and halogen atom from alpha carbon atom is eliminated in this reaction. This is N-butyl bromide. So from the N-butyl bromide, only one hydrogen from only carbon number 2. If we number it 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are the numbering. So if the elimination is done, only hydrogen from the carbon number 2 is eliminated, as there is no other beta carbon atom attached to this alpha carbon atom. So in this reaction, only one product is there, 1-butene plus byproducts are KBr and H2O. So these are the two examples of dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides in which only one product is there. So now let's see the another reactions or another examples which can yield two products. So this is the another example of dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides. In these two reactions, the substrate is same, 2-bromobutane. In both these reactions, substrate is same, but the elimination of hydrogen atom is different from both the reactant. So two types of products are formed when 2-bromobutane is boiled with alcoholic KOH. One product it will give 1-butene, and the another product from the same substrate when treated or boiled with alcoholic KOH it will give 2-butene. But how? Let's see. The halide or the halogen atom is attached to the carbon atom on second carbon in this 2-bromobutane, that is the halogen atom is attached to the second number carbon atom. So it has 2 beta carbon atoms. It has 2 beta carbon atoms. That means it has 2 beta hydrogen atoms. Two types of beta hydrogen atoms. So it can lose hydrogen either from carbon number 1 or from carbon number 3. It can lose hydrogen atom from carbon number 1 or from carbon number 3. So if it lose hydrogen from carbon number 1, it will give the product 1-butane, and if it loses the hydrogen from carbon number 3, it will give 2-butene. But the product or the amount of product which is the result, that is 1-butene is 19% and 2-butene is 81%. That means when 2-bromobutane is boiled with KOH, alcoholic KOH, it will give major product 2-butene and minor product 1-butene. Why? Because let's see one rule, that is Sedgwick's rule. So let's see the Sedgwick's rule which can explain why 2-butene is the major product in this reaction. Sedgwick's rule says in dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is that alkene which has greater number of alkyl groups attached to doubly bonded carbon atoms. That means the stable product is that alkene which has more number of alkene groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms. Here in 2-butene there are 2 alkyl groups attached to this double bonded carbon atom, but in 1-butene there is only one alkyl group attached to this doubly bonded carbon atom. So 2-butene is the major product in this reaction. So it can be said that Sedgwick elimination is preferred formation of more highly stabilized alkene during an elimination reaction. So the stability order of alkyl groups substituted alkene is R2C double bond Cr2 greater than R2C double bond CHR greater than R2C double bond CH2 and R2CH double bond CHR. These are equally stable. After that RCH double bond CH2. Let us see the comparison between substitution reaction and elimination reaction. Both the reactions are brought about by basic reagent, so there is always competition between substitution and elimination reaction. So first one, nature of substrate or alkyl halide. In substitution reaction, primary substrate or primary alkyl halide undergo substitution fastest. That means primary alkyl halides are showing fast substitution reactions, and tertiary substrate, that is tertiary alkyl halide, shows slow substitution reactions. In elimination reaction, primary alkyl halides show slow elimination, but tertiary alkyl halides show fast elimination. So order of this showing substitution or elimination reactions by primary, secondary or tertiary substrate is, in this substitution reaction, primary alkyl halide shows fast, then secondary and then tertiary. In elimination reactions, tertiary alkyl halide shows fast elimination, then secondary alkyl halides and then primary alkyl halides. So next is strength and size of nucleophile. So as both the reactions are brought about by the basic reagent, weaker bases act as a nucleophile and favor substitution. In this substitution reactions, weak bases act as a nucleophile and that show substitution reactions. And elimination reactions, bulkier electron-rich species act as a base by abstracting proton and thus favors elimination. In elimination reaction, or the bases which are bulkier, which are electron rich and bulkier, act as a base by abstracting proton. That means they abstract proton and favor the elimination reaction. Third point is reaction conditions. So when the temperature is less or lower temperature and more polar solvents like water favor substitution reaction, and which reaction conditions favor elimination reaction? That is, less polar solvent and high temperature favors elimination reaction. So hot alcoholic KOH, hot alcoholic potassium hydroxide, is a classic reagent for dehydrohalogenation reaction. So this was the elimination reaction in which we studied dehydrohalogenation, and this is the comparison between substitution and elimination reaction. So here we complete our next chemical property, that is elimination reaction. Let us see another chemical property of alkyl halide, that is reaction with active metals. Active metals like sodium, magnesium, cadmium react with alkyl halides and forms organometallic compounds. So let us see first reaction with magnesium. When alkyl halide is treated with magnesium in presence of dry ether, it gives alkyl magnesium halide. This alkyl magnesium halide is also known as Grignard's reagent and also known as organometallic halide. So example of this reaction or the preparation of organometallic halide is CH3I plus Mg means methyl iodide plus magnesium. It reacts readily with magnesium. Methyl iodide reacts readily with magnesium in presence of dry ether as a solvent. It gives methyl magnesium iodide. So this is the example and this is the general reaction to form Grignard reagent. So what is Grignard reagent? Grignard reagents are very reactive compounds. This type of reagents, that is alkyl magnesium halides, are very reactive compounds. Very reactive compounds. In this carbon magnesium bond, in this compound, carbon magnesium bond is a polar covalent bond. Why polar covalent bond? Because carbon pulls electrons from the electropositive magnesium. As magnesium is metal, it is electropositive. So carbon pulls electron from that metal. Hence, carbon in this reagent has negative polarity and act as a nucleophile. So carbon gets negative polarity and act as a nucleophile. So Victor Grignard received Nobel Prize. The scientist known Victor Grignard received Nobel Prize in 1912 for synthesis and study of organometallic compounds or organomagnesium compounds. This is a versatile reagent used by organic chemists. This reagent is a versatile reagent. Grignard reagents have great synthetic utility since number of organic compounds such as alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, ethers are synthesized by using them. Which other alkyl halides can form Grignard reagent? Vinyl and aryl halides also form Grignard reagent. So this is about the Grignard reagent and alkyl magnesium halide form. Grignard reagent react with water or compounds containing hydrogen attached to the electronegative element. So Grignard reagent react with the hydrogen atom or water, that is hydrogen atom which is attached to the electronegative element. So Grignard reagent reacts with such type of compounds to form hydrocarbon and such type of complex are formed. So this is the methyl alcohol. When Grignard reagent react with methyl alcohol, hydrocarbon is formed. And another reaction when Grignard reagent is reacted with ammonia, hydrocarbon is formed and this type of complex are formed. So these are the two types of reaction which are given by Grignard reagent. Let us see next reaction with active metals, that is reaction with sodium. Alkyl halides react with metallic sodium in dry ether as a solvent and forms higher alkanes containing double the number of carbon atoms present in the alkyl halide. This reaction is called as Wurtz reaction. In this reaction we get higher alkanes. So this is very important reaction. Let's see the general reaction. 2 molecules of alkyl halide plus 2 molecules of sodium in presence of dry ether as a solvent, it gives higher alkane plus 2 molecules of NaX. Example, when 2 molecules of methyl bromide is treated with sodium, 2 molecules of sodium, in presence of dry ether it gives ethane. 2 molecules of methyl bromide, when treated with sodium, it gives ethane plus 2 molecules of sodium bromide. So this reaction can be written as in this form also. So CH3Br plus 2 molecules of sodium plus CH3Br, in presence of dry ether it gives CH3 that is ethane plus 2 molecules of NaBr. Next example is 2 molecules of C2H5I, that is ethyl iodide plus 2 molecules of sodium. In presence of dry ether it gives butane plus 2 molecules of Na. When a mixture of two different alkyl halides is used, all three possible alkanes are formed. Example, when methyl bromide plus ethyl bromide is treated with sodium in presence of dry ether, three products are formed like ethane, propane and butane. Another example, when methyl iodide plus ethyl iodide, that is 3 molecules of methyl iodide plus 3 molecules of ethyl iodide, are treated with 6 molecules of sodium in presence of ether, it will give propane plus butane plus ethane and 6 molecules of sodium iodide. So this is the chemical reaction or chemical property of alkyl halide on reacting with active metals. So next is reaction with haloarenes, which we'll see in next lecture.